Welcome to the very first episode of the AstroGiraffe Podcast. I am Mike Harrelson, the writer, and she is
Olivia, the artist.
We did
Olivia
it.
Pickering.
We did it. There's our intro.
Oh.
Anyway, welcome to AstroGiraffe. This is our first official piece of media under that title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? So I guess this is the perfect time to kind of explain who we are, what we want to do with this thing, this giraffe thing, giraffe
This
with the Astro.
Giraffe.
So again, I am a writer. I like to write short stories and film scripts, and eventually this will produce like fan films and web series, original and fan content. I guess would be the right thing to say. And Olivia, you are an artist?
Yes. I like painting and drawing and things of that sort. I'm not really a writer, but I like to draw things and make things.
And we form AstroGiraffe. So, and we are boyfriend and girlfriend. I feel like that might be important to.
That's a little important.
Yeah.
I guess some people won't care.
Yeah, but I mean, it could make a good marketable tagline down the road. Shout out Dead Meat
they're
Podcast.
such a cute couple.
So yeah, I guess the next thing would be to explain what we want to do with AstroGiraffe, right?
Yes.
So pretty much, aside from the fact this is our studio where we will do stuff, when it comes time to produce our movies, we are going to use this as a spotlight and a platform for your art.
Yes.
And
other people.
And other people, and we'll get to that, I think, towards the end. I think that's what we should close on. But, so stay tuned, and we'll reveal one of our bigger initiatives with this project. But, as far as Olivia goes and her art, before this idea hatched, she had her art page. I don't think she ever had a store, and she did sell prints.
I didn't have a store, but I sold things on Facebook and, locally.
Yeah,
but it was never a store, and it didn't ever take off just because I was always so busy with school.
So now she will have her own store. So
yes.
Olivia's Fine Art is now going to be a sub-department thing
of
AstroGiraffe.
But I'm also the official artist of AstroGiraffe.
She is the official artist.
I think that sounds very cool.
Sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. So when we get everything set up, the website set up, you'll be able to buy her art. And she'll be doing a lot of other merch for us. So if you end up liking the content we put out,
yes, I would like to do prints of my art, but I also want to do things like pins and stickers. I feel like those are more fun than prints and t-shirts. I like t-shirts.
Eventually, I'll get involved with some of the merch design,
yes.
And we'll try to make stuff something for everyone, pretty much.
Yeah. So I want it to be.
But that's all future endeavor type stuff.
Yeah.
And at some point, we're gonna set up Patreon or GoFundMe or Kickstarter or something like that. When the time comes. But for right now, totally free, no donation needed, audio content coming at you from AstroGiraffe. And I guess now is the time when we explain what I do with AstroGiraffe.
Yes.
So
yours is much more interesting, I think.
Well, I don't know. Yours looks better, I guess, since it's art.
Yeah. That's true.
So for my role in AstroGiraffe, I'm going to be writing stories, both scripts and just stories. And we'll be posting them on our website and our social medias and all that good stuff. And they'll be there for you guys to read, give feedback on. And I think what we're going to do is make it interactive to where the stories you guys like the best will get produced into the films.
Yes. I'm excited
and we have stuff from the Marvel universe, some fan-made stuff, original content we put in there. We have original content, completely original, superhero and non-superhero. I guess we're nerds. I guess it's another important thing to mention. We're both nerds. We both like superheroes and aliens and sci-fi and fantasy, and we'll get into that into the second part of this episode. But yeah, that's what I do. I write. I kind of help manage everything. And eventually I'll be directing and producing the films that we will put on YouTube and stuff. Sounds official. I'm doing a lot of ums and likes and stutters.
That's okay.
Yeah, first time, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so now is when we get into the big endeavor with this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the original idea for AstroGiraffe, and this spawned from the fact of what it is really. It's Ville Films, myself and Carter Walker's project, and Olivia's Fine Art kind of merging, which both as separate entities were kind of this platform for two different kind of arts that we're trying to get a spotlight locally. And so what we want to do is we want to take AstroGiraffe and use it to help bring up other local artists, whether it's art like you do, like paintings and drawings, or writing, or photography, or whatever other kind of art there is, filmmaking, or...
Well, filmmaking, acting, writing. I think you said writing.
Yeah.
But acting is another thing. There's a lot of actors who don't really get a platform to do films. Like, they could do local plays, but not films.
And, I mean, even then, like, how much different is that every time you go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we want to do. We want to use this as a stepping stone or a platform to help bring up other people as we create our stuff.
Yes.
And we're hoping we're able to do that. So we'll see how that pans out. We're going to try it.
Everything's in the works.
Yeah, everything's in the works. This is a very early into the initiative podcast because, I mean, it's free.
Yes.
It doesn't cost money to record your voice, so it's a good little starter thing. So, if any of this sounds interesting to you, you decide you want to tag along, you can follow us on social media at...
Well, mine's Olivia's Fine Art. So
Olivia's
that's for
Fine
my Facebook group and for my Instagram. And then AstroGiraffe is our main page.
Is it at AstroGiraffe?
Yes.
It is at AstroGiraffe, any spaces?
Nope.
No spaces, all lowercase?
Yeah.
So that is all lowercase, no spaces, at AstroGiraffe on the Instagram. You can follow us and stay up to date with our beginnings. It's like a good superhero movie. You're following the origin story here. So a little explanation, a little housekeeping here. That was our introduction. I think we kind of got it in a nutshell of what we wanted to do. This podcast, we're going to play around with it a little bit. I mean, we have some time here. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to record it in one long chunk. We're going to aim this about 45 minutes to an hour. And we're going to chop it into 3 sections based off of topic and release 3 sections throughout the week. So if you want to listen to it in shorter bursts, you can do it that way. And then at the end of the week, we're going to release it as one big long chunk. And then after a few weeks into doing that, we'll pay attention to what's getting received better. And if you guys decide you like them longer, we'll just release the full version every week. And if you like the short up snippets, then we'll release that. So that's kind of our first topic for today. It's the first little mini podcast episode. I'm doing a lot of the talking. You have anything you want to say?
I'm very awkward. I told you you're the talker.
Yeah, okay.
I do 2D stuff.
Artist.
Yes.
So for today.
Hopefully I'm relatable though.
People
can be like, yeah, I'm like that. I can't talk.
So for today, we have 2 sections coming out after this. This is an introduction. This is a short introduction. We'll be making an actual intro video to post.
Yes.
So that's why this one's a little short, vague of details. This is a precursor to an actual introduction explanation video that we'll produce and release soon. But for today, after we wrap up this introduction piece, I think our second little snippet is going to be a little more of an introduction to us as individuals.
Yes.
So we're going to go over our favorite superheroes, movies, TV shows, books, all that good stuff. I think we'll dive into favorite colors and favorite foods, like, who knows. And the third snippet, what do you think? What do you think? Third snippet.
You had all the plans here.
Oh, yes, you're right.
I just wanted to do this.
I guess we're going to wing it. Stay tuned, folks.
We're going to
Anyway, this has been the first third of the AstroGiraffe's debut episode, the AstroGiraffe Podcast. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube when we get that up.
When we get it up.
If we get it up, I feel like it's
Follow us on the gram.
Follow us on the Instagram at AstroGiraffe, no or upper cases, no spaces.
Yep, that's
she is Olivia's Fine Art. I am Who is Mike 13. And stay on the lookout for part 2.
Mm-hmm.